There were many other prolific American authors and poets from the 1920s, aside from F. Scott Fitzgerald and Ernest Hemingway. Who were some of these writers? Why are they remembered today? Sinclair Lewis was born in Sauk Center, Minnesota in 1885. He attended Yale University, where he graduated with a bachelor's degree in 1908. Lewis lived and wrote in Washington, D.C. throughout much of his adult life. He experienced his first success as an author with Main Street in 1920. It sold more than 2 million copies in its first few years of publication. From there, he wrote Babbitt in 1922, which was a satirical look at the commercialized American culture. Lewis's other novels throughout the 1920s included Gideon Planish, Dodsworth, Arrowsmith, and Elmer Gantry. Sinclair Lewis became the first American author to win the Nobel Prize for Literature, which he did in 1930. He continued writing during the 1930s and 1940s, eventually producing an impressive 23 novels and dozens of short stories, plays, and poems. Edna St. Vincent Millay lived in New York City's famous Greenwich Village, a neighborhood which became well known for producing poets, artists, and other types of creative thinkers. A graduate of Vassar College, Millay helped to establish the Cherry Lane Theater, New York's oldest continuously running off-Broadway theater. Millay broke onto the public scene with a poem titled Renaissance. She continued to write poetry throughout the first half of the 20th century, and also wrote other works using the pseudonym Nancy Boyd. Millay won the Pulitzer Prize for Poetry in 1923 for her poem The Ballad of the Harp Weaver. She was only the third woman to win the Pulitzer Prize for Poetry, and she also became the second woman to win the Frost Medal for her continuing contributions to American poetry. It has been said that Edna St. Vincent Millay wrote some of the best sonnets of the century. Ezra Pound was an American expatriate poet who lived in both London and Paris. As a poet, he was most prolific throughout the 19-teens and 1920s. He also befriended many other well-known authors, including James Joyce, T.S. Eliot, and Robert Frost. He was also good friends with Ernest Hemingway and became a strong influence on his career. William Faulkner was an American author whose career also began in the 1920s. His first 4 novels were published in that decade, including The Sound and the Fury, which was released in 1929. Today, The Sound and the Fury is consistently mentioned amongst the greatest novels ever written. His next offering in 1930, As I Lay Dying, is also highly regarded. Faulkner eventually produced 19 novels, more than 100 short stories, 2 plays, and even several screenplays for motion pictures. Faulkner was awarded 2 Pulitzer Prizes, one in 1955, the other in 1963, and also earned the 1949 Nobel Prize for Literature.